Hi guys, it's Jaren and I'm going to show you how to make this spring wreath today. It's on my blog, but there's been a lot of interest in it and I feel like maybe a video might be an easier way to show people how to make this. It is super simple. The first thing that you need to do is you need to get a straw wreath, which you can purchase at Michael's or Joann's. This one is 12 inches and it was $2.99. Buy the cheapest yarn that you can find. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be wool or anything. And all you're gonna do is tie it off really tight and wrap and wrap and wrap. Put in a movie and just keep wrapping it around. It's okay if it overlaps. Pull a couple times so that it's tight. Make sure just that you can't see the straw coming through. So that's probably the hardest part of it, is just wrapping, and it shouldn't take you very long, especially if you're sitting watching TV. So I'm going to show you 4 different flowers. On this wreath I have these little mums, I call them, and then I have 2 types of roses, but I'm going to actually show you a couple more too so you can play with them. So they're felt and burlap. I'm kind of in love with burlap right now because it's kind of a fun texture to add to things. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to try to do this quickly so that I don't waste your time. So the first thing is the rosette, and this one is 3.5-inch circle. It doesn't have to be exactly 3.5 inches. You can make it bigger or smaller, but you're just going to cut a circle of the felt. And then once you've cut the circle of the felt, this is what we're making, by the way, these lovely little rosettes. Once you've cut the circle, then you're going to just take your scissors and you're going to spiral around and just cut about a 1/2 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole point of this. You want it to look kind of artsy and craftsy and like you made it, not like you purchased it. So you're just going to keep spiraling around and you'll leave the center piece like a little blobby area so that you can glue it. And then all you do, you'll need a trusty glue gun. This one is a low heat glue gun because I tend to burn myself with glue all the time. So low heat is a good little tip. It's from the dollar store. It's a really simple glue gun. So you're just going to start on the end of the flower and just keep rolling, of the circle, and keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And you can put a dab of glue as you go, or you can just wait till the end and put a big old blob of glue at the end. So you're just going to keep rolling and rolling till you get to the center, and then you just glue it to the bottom, that little circle part that you left. You just put a big old blob of hot glue, glue it down, and you're done. So those are really easy and really cute. Actually, I didn't put these in it, but I think that they would be fun in a wreath too. You can also make them double, which is just cutting 2 circles and spiral cutting them together and then rolling them together. And I think that's a cute effect. You could do, kind of tonal, 2 yellows, 2 blues, whatever, and it makes it a little bit bigger flower and just a little bit different. Okay, so the next ones, that one's done. The next one is these ones. These are kind of my favorite. I don't know why, but they're just kind of spiky and cute. I call them mums because they look like mums a little bit, and they're really easy to do. So you're gonna buy felt at Michael's or Joann's or wherever, craft store, and you'll buy it in these little sheets. They're like 25 cents a piece. You can get even cheaper sometimes. So for this one, you're gonna cut 2 1.5-inch strips from your piece of felt. And then on the strips, really complicated, you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to snip, snip, snip all the way down, leaving like maybe a 1/4 inch that you haven't cut. So you're just going to keep doing that. And then I have one here. So once you have both of those snipped like that, you're just going to start rolling this up. And you can stick a little glue every once in a while so it holds, and keep rolling. So I'm going to jump over to my little swap out. And so I've rolled, and now I've got the second one. I'm rolling it on. And see, it's just kind of flat on the bottom. Glue it off. And then fluff it. And that's it. So that's the mum. The next one is the pom-pom. It's actually not in my wreath either, but I think these are really cute, and they would be such cute little hair doodads for little girls, or a brooch. Anyways, but these are really easy to make too. They look complicated, but they're not. So you're gonna cut again 2 strips from your felt, but this time cut them 2 inches wide. So cut it 2 inches wide, and then you're gonna just put a little line of glue right there, see that? Fold it in half so that it's just stuck together like that. And then you're going to snip along here. And just kind of the same as the other one, snip it quite deep. Okay, keep doing that. You're gonna snip 2 of them. You're also gonna cut a little 2-inch circle that you're gonna glue to the bottom. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your snipped piece and you're gonna glue in, and this is gonna be hard to show you, but glue in a spiral like this, and you're gonna spiral into the center. So if you can see, I've glued along the edge going, and then you'll need a second piece. You have your second piece. You might not need the whole thing, and you just continue gluing it in until you get right to the middle. So that one's a little bit harder, but it looks really good. And the last one is the little roses here and the burlap. And these are funny. I made them out of my son's old t-shirt because I wanted it yellow, and his t-shirt was a cute yellow. So you just take a strip of the t-shirt fabric. The t-shirt fabric's really easy to work with because it's stretchy. Tie a knot, and then, really complicated, you're going to just spiral around the knot, twisting as you go, and you can just put a little spot of glue every once in a while, and you get a little flower. Same thing with the burlap, it's just messier. You take your strip of burlap, it can be as long or as wide as you want, it'll just change the size of your flower. Tie a knot off, that becomes kind of like the center of the rosette, and then you're just gonna twist and spiral it around. And you just wanna kind of put a spot of glue every once in a while and keep going. So there you have all your flowers. You have the rosette, the mum, the pom-pom, and then the burlap rose or t-shirt rose. And then you can just kind of make a little vignette of the flowers you like, kind of place them where you think. I think it's nice to have a combination of different textures, something that's a good contrast to your yarn. Like the burlap is almost, you know, a cream color, and the yarn is almost a dark gray, so they kind of pop off that. Oh, and then just some simple little leaves cut out of felt using pinking shears. They don't have to have pinking shears either. But I think it makes a really bright, springy touch to your front door, and it's really easy to make. I hope you make one. If you make one, post it to Oleam Durham Palms Facebook page. I'd love to see it. Have a good day, guys.